Of course, we get 20 seconds of gameplay, which means we need about 10
Emma,
minutes of
Snake and Hal are
cutscenes.
waiting for us in Shell 1's computer room. I've got this disk that the President gave me. This disk is supposed to contain a virus that can corrupt Arsenal Gear's operating system. We need you to...
This is my program.
What?
Why did the President give it to you?
Huh?
Did something happen to the President?
President. He's dead.
What?
You actually wrote this virus?
It's not really a virus. It's more like a worm cluster. It's actually a delayed effect autonomous program that's designed to invade GW's cerebrum and render its nerve connections useless.
You know what GW is?
Of course. I created it.
Huh?
You look surprised.
Well,
Cat got your tongue?
I'm sorry. How about the Patriots? Ever heard of them?
Yes, but I only know what I've been told.
Can you tell me what you know?
Sure, but it's hard to put into words.
Right. Are you reading me, Emma?
Yes, loud and clear.
The President said that Arsenal Gear was the Patriots' key to supremacy.
That's as good a description as any.
What exactly is it?
It's a massive data processing system capable of controlling information on a global scale.
A data processing system?
That's right. The system's a social device for maintaining the Patriots' control.
You've lost me.
Well, in this day and age, information emerges from every direction and is freely distributed. A variety of information gathered by servers employing the latest in high-speed communication networks and P2P technology is rapidly circulated to individuals. In fact, the speed of this circulation process is accelerating on an almost daily basis. The Patriots seem to be afraid of this development. Apparently, they believe that their role will shift from dominant to dominated.
Huh?
Let me give you an example. You're aware of Solid Snake's anti-Metal Gear activities, aren't you?
Yeah, I know a little about it.
Well, that's just a small sample of uncontrolled information. I can guarantee you the Patriots did not want Solid Snake's name publicized. Now, look at it like this. Political scandal, corporate corruption...
If I woke up in the morning
now,
and read that a guy named Solid Snake took down a giant robot, I'd be like, yeah, okay, right. I think they're fine with that information.
To effectively control the flow of information generated at the individual level. With the newly created system, they can fully regulate digital information. High-level information can be categorized in stages, given clearance levels, and deleted as necessary, never to be seen by the public. By deleting such information, the Patriots can shape the course of history as they see fit.
Somebody's bound to catch on.
No, the memory capacity, not to mention the lifespan of the average individual, is extremely limited. On the other hand, digital information lasts virtually forever. It doesn't deteriorate.
So?
The alphabet, 26 letters, right? It could have been 30 letters. What if the 4 deleted letters were controlled by a program?
Impossible.
It's not. In fact, something similar is already underway. Do you know how many genes exist in an individual?
About 30 to 40,000?
Right, that's what was announced at the turn of the century, but there's actually 100,000 according to the original theory advanced by the scientific community. Information regarding the remaining 60,000 was suppressed by the Patriots.
No.
Why? How would you know? Do you know what a gene looks like? Did you count them yourself?
There are research organizations.
Of course, and their reports have already been subtly altered. They're even beginning to believe the doctored reports. GW is a system that allows the Patriots to decide what will be recorded in tomorrow's history.
So what we're talking about is one huge censorship system for deleting information which might be inconvenient to the Patriots.
Exactly. The actual physical core for handling the task, GW, is installed in Arsenal. It's the only system in the world with an optic neural AI that has a parallel processing capacity of 980 trillion Hammets.
I suppose that being a specialist in neural AI and complex logic played a significant role in your association with the Metal Gear project.
That's not the only reason.
What do you mean? I guess there are plenty of other reasons.
Yes, there are.
I understand.
Do you?
So Arsenal gear was actually designed to protect the GW system, wasn't it?
Yes. It's armed with everything, including nuclear weapons, and is fully equipped with cyber-terrorist countermeasures. Physically and logically, it's the ultimate fortress for housing GW.
But is the AI actually capable of controlling everything?
No. GW is only the system's core. It's only for deciding what data is stored or deleted. The actual subsystem for executing the task exists within our social structure.
What?
Do you remember the panic that gripped the computer industry prior to the end of the century?
You mean the Y2K problem?
That's right. If you recall, our government supplied the world with a countermeasure program. Using the internet at full capacity, the program was distributed to every governmental organization, every key facility throughout the world. In addition, the same program was included in an OS application for distribution among the public.
By the way, a lot of that footage, the live action stock footage, is the reason why this game is ironically being digitally censored. You know, they are literally talking about digital censorship of information, and this game was pulled from stores digitally because it has footage in it that I think they lost the rights to and they can't use anymore. So a game that so heavily is about information control and digital censorship is being digitally censored.
What?
It still lacks the necessary factors for judging situations. I heard they were planning a major experiment in the next few days to provide complex data for GW to study. And suddenly all this happens.
Emma, it's not your fault. If it wasn't for the terrorists...
Yeah, you're right. Well, I think that's about all I know.
I hope so, because this cutscene's gone on for quite a while.
Thanks. I think we'd better head for the computer room.
My bird in the computer room. Is he safe?
That noisy, overgrown parakeet?
Excuse me, he's a parrot. And he's my best friend. My only friend.
Well, the bird's okay.
Good. Did you know that in the old days, miners used to take a canary into the mine shafts to detect toxic gas?
That's what he's for?
No. I really needed someone to talk to.
Right. I think we'd better get moving.
I love that she just throws a factoid in there.
We've got
for
a little
no
longer to cover
reason.
than the last time.
I'll give it my best.
Whatever you do, don't open your eyes.
Why not?
A dead body, not a pretty sight.
Oh.
Once we get past it, it'll be too dark to see anything. What are those sticks in your head?
These? They're lacquered chopsticks. They hold your hair in place. Did you know that they're pretty popular in Europe and South America?
Can't say that I do. You're not only cute, but smart too.
Oh, I'm much more than cute.
Okay, let's go.
So this is probably going to be the bad part. So we need to get all the way back to the beginning of this area where we first entered this area to get the stingers, the Nikita. This is where I'm going to probably get turned around about a bajillion times. Emma obviously doesn't have great oxygen levels, so we have to do this quickly. We have to basically get to every single air pocket that we can possibly get to in order to, you know, not kill her. And as I said, every time I go up into an air pocket, that's when I get turned around. And I feel like that's why I don't like these areas. Like, I'm just gonna kind of hope that I'm going the right way right now. Okay. Okay. Alright. If I didn't just go in a circle again. No, I didn't. That was, by far, without a doubt, the smoothest time I've ever had through that specific area. So right now, we gotta use the coolant to spray these bugs away, because Emma is afraid of bugs and will not progress further without these bugs cleared out. Which I can see some people being annoyed by, but as someone who personally absolutely hates bugs, will not go near bugs, and is grossed out by bugs, I completely feel her. Although, in a life or death situation, I probably would be like, yeah, let's move on. But I feel you, Emma. I completely get you here. I don't think you have to clear them away 100%, but just to be careful, we might as well do that. Okay, see you guys. Emma, let's go. Wait, follow me. Wait, follow me. Yeah, thankfully, I would say there's not even like an Emma AI that you have to deal with because you are holding her hand the entire time. Again, this isn't Dead Rising. We don't have to worry about the AI going off on its own, getting lost, getting stuck on things, killing themselves. Since we are basically in charge of the AI, we control where Emma goes, we escort her completely. So for right now, we just want to kind of put her in this corner here because this area has been repopulated with enemies, and one guy is going to come down through that elevator, which we don't really want to deal with. I believe that's not the right button. Again, I haven't played this in a while. Again, what was I gonna say? I don't even know. Yeah, this area, there's a bunch of people in here, so we're gonna want to try and get all these guys. Did he hear that? I hope he hears that. I want him to come over here. Is he coming back? Oh, he is coming back. There you go. I think, yeah, now there should be a guy coming down. Obviously, if we left Emma there, he would have seen her. I don't actually know what happens if that guy sees her. I'm not 100% like certain of that. Okay, he's going the exact way I didn't want him to go, but that's okay. Okay, maybe that's not okay. No, it is okay, because they're both down now. This area there's still enemies to deal with, but we are, for the most part, okay. I kind of wish that there was more of this. You know, we are now out of the water, which means from now to the end of the game is probably my favorite part of the plant. You know, the tanker is my favorite part of the game, but this is where things start getting, like, really interesting, in my opinion, in terms of the plant. You know, the story starts getting really interesting. They start bringing up way more, like, interesting concepts. I don't believe this is the way I want to go, but I'm just gonna, just in case I'm completely misremembering. Okay, well, my item was full and that's not the way I'm going, so whatever. Yeah, and even though the game does get way more cutscene focused, you know, they're interesting cutscenes for the most part. It's some of the conversations, like on the codec, that I'm not a huge fan of.
Freeze!
But the cutscenes themselves, you know, the story has always been this game's saving grace. For as many issues that I have with it, the story has always been the one thing that I'm like, no, this is, like, don't change this at all. This is a fantastic story. And the soundtrack's great, too. I really love, even when we're in the underwater part, the song that plays there is fantastic. This part is great. And I think I said this in the beginning, but Mondo has been putting out Metal Gear vinyls, and I've collected all of them so far. But I really hope that they put Metal Gear Solid 2 out, because this is such a chill, atmospheric soundtrack, and I would love to just vibe to it. So I believe there's some ciphers out here that we gotta deal with, yeah, before we can actually take Emma anywhere. And this is maybe the most amount of uninterrupted gameplay that we've had in a very long time. Is there another guy? Where did that guy come from? Okay, see ya. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I do not believe that they spawn back in. Like some other areas, like when you come through here normally, I believe that the ciphers continuously respawn. And thankfully someone was nice enough to actually finish this bridge and give us some platforms. Otherwise, we would have had to, like, throw Emma across. One final use, if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of any other use that the coolant has in the entire game. But we have one final use to put out this fire. The coolant's like a Swiss knife. Swiss knife? Swiss Army knife. There, yeah, Swiss Army knife. Just missing a word. It does anything that you possibly want it to. Is that even the right term? Am I thinking of the right thing? Or am I going completely insane? Hopefully there's a cutscene soon so I can look this up.
Damn it!
What's wrong?
This door is security level 5. I don't have card 5. Damn.
Giving up already? Ta-da!
What the?
Are you impressed?
You should have told me you had it.
Well, the truth is, I just remembered it myself.
A likely story, Emma. Yeah, I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, like the last portion of the game that we have to really worry about Emma. Yep, that's what I wanted. I definitely wanted that. Alright. Again, I kind of wish that this part went on a little bit longer. I wish it was more in-depth. I wish it was more challenging to get Emma through here. I mean, you know, I guess you have to don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Thank God that the escort mission isn't too long and complicated. But I would have liked to see other areas where you have to sneak through an area with guards with Emma. I think would have been kind of interesting. And again, something that you don't do in the first game. It would be an interesting way to do a sneaking, like, section. Which this game has a lot of, like, really unique ones. But, yeah, like I said, I guess it's a good thing overall that we don't have to worry about Emma too much. Well, speaking of worrying about Emma, this next part might be a little bit much.
I have a question for you.
What is it?
How do you feel about heights?
I can't say I like heights. The water's higher on my phobia list. Why?
Well, we have to go down a ladder.
How far down?
Just a little bit.
Why do I feel like we've had this conversation before? How little is little?
About 130 feet.
Huh.
Think you can do it?
Would you take no for an answer?
How are your legs?
Better. The numbness is gone. I can climb down on my own.
Okay, follow me.
Sunset. It's beautiful.
If we don't hurry, it'll be the last we see. Enemy soldiers, gun ciphers. I don't think we're gonna be able to slip past all that. Looks like it can barely support one person. How much do you weigh, Emma?
Are you gonna ask me how old I am next?
If you go alone, I think you can make it across. This is Raiden. Do you read me?
Yeah, what's up?
We've made it to the lower part of Strut L. We'll have to cross the water from here.
Can Emma walk?
Yeah, she's okay. The pontoon bridge doesn't look too sturdy. Emma's gonna have to cross it alone.
Right, the oil fence.
There are ciphers and several guards.
Raiden, you're carrying a PSG-1, aren't you?
Yeah,
It's time to play sniper.
not bad. This spot gives me a good view of the targets.
You're going to have to cover Emma until she crosses to Strut E. I'll get there and provide some support of my own.
Thanks.
Think you can handle it?
Yeah, I know the drill. I faced a similar situation in Advanced Mode Level 4 VR training with the PSG-1.
VR. Guess it's better than nothing. Make sure you don't hit Emma. Right now, with Arsenal's boarding in progress, security should be at a minimum. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Given the situation, they've probably got claymores in place to make up for the security shortage. Make sure you use your thermal goggles.
Right.
Okay, I'm heading for Strut E.
Emma, are you reading me?
Loud and clear.
I'm gonna clear a path for you from here.
How?
Sniper fire.
You're kidding.
Trust me.
What if I fall into the sea? I can't swim.
You were doing pretty good a few minutes ago.
Okay.
Think you can do it?
Would you take no for an answer?
No. All right, get going. You'll be fine.